We want to thank you for allowing us this opportunity, and even to is.
Okay, once again, I'm Lilian Dong from Asram. It has thank you.
I think I forgot to say that. Who is your mentor?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is. I can do it as a woman. So thank you so. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Actually, today was your day, the mentees. I want to speak briefly to what's involved in something good in them. Then we have recognize their talents. You are a mix. Some of our students out to Madam Nancy Adagala. So we chose you, and later on we can do it on safekeeping. Zell did so. There were those who are very good but were not even sure of themselves. We've seen them excelling and even writing. Madam Nancy and I, sometimes we could push you, but at the back, we could really praise IWAT. And I remember once I called Josephine and said, this program has really helped our students excel beyond our expectations. But I specifically want to talk about those ones who are not sure of what they were doing initially. They are also there. And I think they're the ones who have surprised us the most. I'm seeing some of them standing here, and I'm like, this is miraculous. And later on, when you'll be graduating, I'll tell you who you are. Right now, it would be a pleasure, and we would be so proud to identify with you when you're out there reporting on serious in the field where you are. You don't necessarily sometimes need to graduate in second years and you're already publishing in media houses. So for me, that there is, and may we continue socializing and taking and...
As you can all do that virtual meeting and told happening. But just by the time all this has been happening, after 6, even as you know. Okay, Millie, go ahead.
For not just 2020, but also it's.
I just went off. Able to project you on the wall on this, because I can just move the laptop.
Able to see it. Anyway, every single time we do this, something happens. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for your flexibility. Thank you for all of you wearing masks that are covering your noses and your chins. That is wonderful. All right, so the last time we spoke, I think, was in November in so many different ways. But the most important thing that you all have done, how do you use are working to enter into, in which you will already have a job for young women such as yourselves to enter into. And now you have an additional layer of it. But maybe there will be a couple of silver linings. Maybe this will cause even more people to look at a different way, to be able to show how they should not just go for the same old, but by using the work that you have, by showing how the world and every country, you are going to be at the vanguard of this. You're going to enter your professions as journalists, as producers, as whether you're behind or in front of the scenes. You have already had an experience that is an extraordinary learning opportunity to do it. I have read with enormous pride, even though it is not my accomplishment. But yet still, I have enormous pride in reading the letters. There's nothing like practice and actually getting things published, getting things out there in front of a camera to understand what works and doesn't work. And that, I hope, is one of the things that you have found 10, 15 years from now, when all of hand back, other groups, other people that simply need by these extraordinary women, your voices and your work and your printed or broadcast. You're learning what it means to be credible journalists, not to be biased or swayed or influenced. You're learning about what are the forces out there that are trying to influence you. You're seeing all of that now within the safety of being a student and with a mentor to guide you right path, which is, what is a democracy without that? In small villages with a couple societies and countries formed and biased. It's critical. So you guys, what I've seen from all of you in terms of the articles, you've written things and letters on domestic violence and COVID. What an important on that. Again, these are of COVID here. You've looked at general counties. You know, how has this county changed? What are the things? Are there primary demographic things that have changed? Things that you took for granted about a county or an area that have changed because of the impact of COVID? We're 10 months into this thing and we're not done yet. We're not done yet. The mental stress, oh my heavens, the mental stress, have felt it. And again, I hope purely your mentors outside a time when we have been isolated from each other, we have been this maybe ourselves. And there is nothing like having people with help give you a boost. So I hope you will maintain these connections. But congratulations on what you have published, on the work that you have done, and the important information you've gone out and the stories that you have learned. I've also looked at what have you been interested in learning more on: advocacy journalism, safety for journalists, investigative journalism, digital journalism, broadcast journalism. Journalism is its own MVP and credibility behind you, because otherwise your credibility as an advocate gets shot and nobody will listen to what you say. So even if you're not doing it in an impartial way, that you are absolutely pushing for a change in policy. Let me just take, if I can, a few minutes to something that has struck me so much. I started at the top by saying that, people are not accepting. Is the election finished? Are there more processes? Could the result? And we went through all that. It was in effect an insurrection. We had an attack, legislative branch, like a parliament, but different. That's an attack on a very foundation of democracy. And we are still learning about what happened. But why are we starting to see to our Capitol building as the questions are raised as to how did they get in? Were there people who helped them? Any of that? Why are we starting to? And so we were arrested because it was all there on the regular traditional media that was there because mandated function of certified in the United States. And so they could be there to talk and look and see, which means that when you have a group of people come and swarm and try and stop that process, not only did they all film themselves doing it, which I still find odd, I'm sorry, but they were going to be captured by everybody else as well. And so that also shows you, these were journalists who were there. If you haven't seen some of the interviews that journalists themselves have given talking about their experiences, there have been a number of articles. I strongly encourage you to read them. These are people who were there for what they thought was a pretty pro forma process. It's actually pretty boring journalism, right? And then you write a little 2-paragraph story, or you stand in front of the camera for approximately 20 seconds and say the Congress ratified what's the word? Who are going to, I've forgotten the word, who are going to complain about it. That's not the right word at all, but who were not going to ratify it and raise questions. But we also knew that that was a small percentage and it would not be enough to overturn the decision of the Congress. And you have to make breaking news reporting. And that example is something that comes from the United States. I wish it hadn't, but it did. But it is something, an experience that you can see as to what it means to be a journalist, and journalism brings you truth. Journalists determine how he or she is going to vote, make decisions, and all of that. So congratulations to all of you. You guys are amazing and incredible. I'm so glad I could see your faces. To new ideas. All can work as a group. You can work individually and get with you. And
was the speakers before, but we are very privileged in here to have the DVC, Maasai Mara, Dr. Koda, and they come for reasons that we all understood. And then, yeah, so you missing out on the lion, we'll be able to see lions, you won't see any today. Yeah. Thank you very much for your patience and for
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Thank you for allowing us in this program to come in and for you to allow us to work so closely.
Hilda Nakwanga has been like our day-to-day vision and invited us to work with the embassy with Hilda, and so we'll invite.
Wow, thank you so much, Emily. How does one speak after such a great speech? But anyway, good afternoon, everyone. I'm really to uh, become better at work being done by the mentors who are program who are doing this through the International Association of everything about the program and all the good things that have been going on. And I'd just like to urge the young ladies, it's your time now to pay forward. Just mentor other communication women or students and ladies. And even when you start working, you are a step ahead of there, and go and see the lions with you.
Thank you, Hilda. We can't thank you enough for whipping us all the time and making sure that we are on track. keeping us on track. We really appreciate. So yeah, we have sent them a live stream that you can join on YouTube. Yeah, the technical details can only make us learn and get better. So you can be sure it will be getting better with time, especially in terms of getting it right on time. But we'll begin. But all of you can yeah, give us full remarks, like 2 minutes. We'll begin. We're working with time. So when we hit the clip, okay. Now. Play.
My mentor is Madam Rudkea Radio Rahma Mombasa. She has been like a sister to me, and she has been really encouraging me to write since I write like short pieces, like short articles. She has been encouraging me to write, to get out of the comfort zone, really pushing me to do things that I didn't know I could do. Yeah, the program generally has been amazing. I got to meet all these amazing people, share ideas, make new friends. Yeah, and I've seen progress from like last year when the program started, and now I can say there's something I've done.
It's been an educative and interactive year with you. A fire of love starts with a spark of kindness, and that's how I define iWord. Being a mentee in love, I was.
How could I express all my gratitude for iWord? Truly have been blessed because of you. When I thought I couldn't do it, you told me severally that I could do it. To Mom Rachel and Mom Kerubo Kerani, thank you so much for your mentorship, your leadership style, and your dedication. And to my mentor, Mom Florence Gishoya, you have been heaven sent. You have been a gift to me through this mentorship. It is through you that I've been published, that I've been able to write better stories, and my social media platforms are now better.
Now, last year, I was lucky enough to be among us the lucky 10 who were selected for a mentorship program at IWAT. IWAT for me was heavenly sent. Now, I got to meet some of the faces that I look up to and admire. I got to meet brilliant minds and interact with them. Now, my journey with my mentor, Cecilia Maundu, has been nothing but exemplary. She has shown me that in this life, we have to survive by learning every single day. Now, in the beginning, we had to face out what it is, everything and nothing in particular that deals with journalism. All genres, be it when it comes to the social media, print, doing video editing, or whatever it is that I felt like my heart wanted to know. She was there to guide me.
Through the iWatch mentorship that began in January 2020, I met my very wonderful mentor, Brenda Zeda, who is a news anchor in KT, passionate about. Through the mentorship, my shyness melted away, and I can comfortably stand in front of the camera and conduct interviews. Through the fortnight webinars during the quarantine period, I learned that women too could be great and that the media world is diverse. You only need to find your niche.
My mentorship journey started in February 2020 with my most beloved mom and mentor, Madam Cecilia. Well, I always loved the art of storytelling and how it all did and settled in film. So you can just imagine how lucky I was to be mentored by film producers who went even further to guide me in the film production process, with which we made a documentary about the Uduma Nabangu documentary. Yeah, and as expected, the journey is to stop after you have knowledge, but this platform is different. It's like a family that wants to fix your wings and let you fly. Just like my mentor, she promised more work, more assignments, more connections that will help me learn as much as film is concerned. And true to her words, we are on our second documentary. Not only my mentor has helped me sharpen my journalistic skills, but the art team in general has also helped transform some of my skills and writing.
It has been a pleasure being a participant of the International Association of Women in Radio and Television SMT. It has been a dedicated journey through which I've learned a lot through the way of the field despite discrimination and harassment. First, I would like to thank IWAT for giving me the opportunity as a mentee, and also my mentor Ruth Care, who has not only been a mentor to me but also a mother.
I would really like to take this opportunity to thank IWAT as a family for bringing in the mentorship program. The program has really been important. It has really taught me, it has really nurtured me career-wise and also in my interactions with others around me. It has been a great time getting to interact with people from the industry. And us as the young journalists, I have been inspired. I have learned a lot. And even currently in my attachment, whatever we were told throughout the program is what has really kept me going for the past 2 weeks since I started my attachment. And the program I really learned a lot, which is really key. And I would also like to thank my mom.
Yes. Okay, I have come to understand how digital media operates, and I'm very grateful. It is something that most of us lack knowledge about. Then, joining the mentorship program has also instilled that courage in me, in that I am able to write my articles and share them to the public, but get to interact with people. Thus, I've improved my interaction skills with people from different organizations and even with the students from other schools. Even the mentees were with that courage, and I know that I have the capability of speaking out my mind.
I am a beneficiary of the IWAT program, and I am so mentorship programs that were done online. I have gained so much skills, mostly on writing, communication skills, and I have gained friends, and I'm so grateful for that.
2020 was a year of blessing in my life because it's the year that I joined the mentorship program. Before the mentorship, like a second mom to me. Her guidance, her support.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Even the airtime that you normally provide for us, our calls, our texts, thank you so much.
And I have found out my new passion for writing.
Being a great journey. Cheating the stories I shared because I've been able.
Almost congratulations. I am so happy because this year we didn't have anyone drop off. So we started 100% from Maasai Mara, and that's how we are graduating today. So congratulations to all of